What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Just a random bonus video for a Monday again, I suppose, but you know, it's one of those things where I get a delivery, I have parcels to open, what I open is pretty killer, and I wanted to share them with you guys. So yeah, I have 2 new Arrow releases here. Let's get into this one. So yeah, I picked up a couple of new Arrow releases. I think these are fairly new. I know Versus is pretty much a brand new release. I think Pitch Black is as well. But, you know, if it's an older release, let me know. But I was just browsing through the Arrow section on hmv.com and I just come across this, which is a really interesting sci-fi creature feature that I really enjoy. Had to snag it because it's got the slipcase. I know those slip covers variants of Arrow films don't last for very long on the market, and when they do go into the second-hand market, they bring a pretty penny. So I had to grab it new, and I picked this up because it's a film that I always remember liking back in the day when I was discovering Japanese filmmaking, or at least Asian filmmaking at the very least. And I remember this being a super over-the-top, crazy, just violent movie. And then I watched a kind of opening of it. Shout out to Leon Talks Film, great channel. Yeah, check him out. He did a great video on this Blu-ray, and it made me pick it up pretty much. So link down in the description. Leon Talks Films, really cool channel. Really enjoy his content. I urge everyone to go and check him out. He's a cool dude. But yeah, Versus, what a crazy film this is. It's a super ultra violent crazy thing. I can't even describe how crazy this film is, you know, without really going into like what goes on. But I'll keep this spoiler free at least. But it's just full of blood, gore, crazy over the top characters, and just awesome set design, great framing of shots, great cinematography, and just all out action. It's kind of like a kung fu gangster demon weird thingy bob movie that is quite entertaining. I always thought the main dude kind of was like a Dante ripoff, Dante from Devil May Cry, because he's got a sword and like twin pistols and like a trench coat, this long kind of like duster coat that he wears in this film. But yeah, it's a fun little movie, and Arrow has given us a nice re-release on Blu-ray. I think it's on Blu-ray I think it's the first time on Blu-ray, especially in the UK anyway, because I used to have a DVD from Tartan Extreme. That's who put it out on DVD back in the early 2000s. But yeah, Arrow seemed to pick up the license and given us this nice Blu-ray set. Enough of my blabbering, let's crack this open. Sweet wrap off. Oh, that's cool. The actual slip cover is embossed, so you've got the characters on the front there all embossed, and you've got the Versus logo is embossed as well. I do like these added detail they add to the slip covers. Slip it, just like just the same cover as the slip cover. Open it up and you have 2 discs, I believe. Yep, 2 discs. You get the original version of the film and you get the ultimate version. So I'm guessing the ultimate version has got added scenes, or it's like a director's cut or something. Comment down below if you know what it actually is, but I'm guessing that it's the version people would want to watch. Comes with a reversible sleeve, reversible cover, As I've got this art as the slipcase, as the slipcover, I'm gonna go with the alternate artwork. I do remember my I remember my Tartan Extreme DVD having a bit more of a straight up silhouette of the main character on a white background. It looked pretty cool. But this is interesting. Oh, I've got a couple of dings on the front, but oh well. But yeah, Versus, a crazy film. A really nice set from Arrow, I think. Anyway, really nice presentation. Oh, it's got a little booklet as well. Oh, it's got a little advert for the Jaws of Death. Let me know, are these upcoming films coming out from Arrow? Do they advertise in these sets? I'm guessing they are. I could be wrong. Comes with a little booklet. It's pretty fairly decent. Versus from Arrow, Blu-ray for the first time. Definitely worth a buy. It's a really nice set. The film is absolutely bonkers, and I highly recommend it if you like your hyper violent, foreign Asian cinema that it goes into places where it's just like, this is ridiculous. I recommend it. I think if you enjoy films like Ichi the Killer and films like that are just over the top and ridiculous, I think you'll really enjoy Versus. It's kind of comes out of the same breed as kind of like, because I remember having like Ichi the Killer, Battle Royale, and Versus, and having these kind of films. I saw them as kind of like their own little kind of like set there, because at the time they were all released by Tartan Extreme on DVD, so they were kind of like this kind of little series of Asian films that were hyper violent and crazy. And Versus is one of them, and I really highly recommend it as a film and as a Blu-ray release by Arrow. It's worth it if you can get it with the slipcover. I do believe it's sold out on Amazon. I'm not sure if it's sold out on Arrow, but I picked it up on the HMV website. It was still in stock, so grab it if you can. Next on the docket is a really great, fairly forgotten science fiction creature feature that I really enjoy. It is obviously part one of a trilogy of films. I've seen Chronicles of Riddick, which couldn't be more different. If it tried, it's a very different movie to this one. And you've got the third film, which is called Riddick, which is more in line with Pitch Black, where it's kind of like the same idea of stuck on the planet with things that want to eat your face. So that makes sense. So maybe I should check Riddick out at some point, but right now I've not seen it. But Pitch Black is the first one. It's a really entertaining science fiction creature feature with some cool ideas, a really cool kind of monster in it, which I think is quite scary. A monster that only hunts in the dark. The monster comes across to me as part raptor, part xenomorph. Very cool design. Kind of got this hammerhead design with the monsters. Really enjoyed the monsters in this. I'm a big monster nerd, as you know if you follow my channel. I'm a big fan of monster movies, so yeah, this is one of those creature feature monster movies that I really enjoy as well. I'm really happy that Arrow has released a really nice version of it. Enough of my waffling, shall we just crack this open as well? Maybe this one will be a bit more simpler. So yep, you got the nice slip cover. It's Riddick in the sun, which is pretty killer. But as you take the slipcase off, you have Riddick in pitch black. Obviously he has these weird shine eyes where he can kind of see in the dark fairly perfectly, and needs his goggles to see in the day, which is an interesting idea, an interesting concept for a protagonist he's kind of an anti-hero in this. It's quite a cool idea for a protagonist, anti-hero. If you played the game Escape from Butcher Bay, it kind of like goes into detail of how he got his shine eyes, or whatever you want to call them. It goes into that detail of how he got those his kind of like seeing in the dark eyes, I suppose. But yeah, it's a cool alternate artwork compared to the slip cover. It's a really cool contrast. I think it's a really cool contrast. and it does come on. Is it just one? Yeah, it's just comes on one Blu-ray. It's a bit of a shame because I would like to see. It's got a ton of features, but I usually like to see a disc dedicated to features personally. But yeah, it also has reverse artwork, which is the sunlight artwork, which is on the slipcover. So I will keep it on this. I'm kind of upset it doesn't have the OG artwork that the film released under, which is a shame because usually with me OG it's got to be. This doesn't have OG artwork, it's newly commissioned artwork both sides, so I'm just going to keep it the pitch black side and then have the slipcover as the sunlight side. But yeah, pitch black, I've really forgotten, really fun creature feature that I highly recommend. I don't know how I feel about Chronicles of Riddick. It's a very different sequel, it's very different. But apparently Riddick goes back to the roots of Pitch Black, which I'm interested, so maybe I should check out Riddick as soon as, I suppose. I think there was like a animated kind of like mini series as well, or a movie of some kind of Pitch Black, the movie, or Chronicles of Riddick animated film. But yeah, this is the first one. It's the one that I like the most. Bear in mind I've not seen Riddick, so I can't really say about that. But yeah, Pitch Black, it's a really fun, really interesting concept for a creature feature science fiction film. I really enjoy it. Great monster designs. I really enjoyed the characters in this as well. I like the idea that, you know, they have this planet, basically it goes dark for like for so long, and these creatures, or I think they're called bioraptors in this. The bioraptors, or whatever they're called, they come out at when it's pitch black because they basically eat everything on the planet pretty much. So yeah, it's a really fun film. I really enjoy it. This is a really nice release from Arrow Video. Arrow are just killing it right now. I think as a boutique label, they're smashing it. So yeah, I think both of these releases are definitely, when it concerns presentation, they are excellent releases from Arrow Video. They're excellent films as well, so that's a double whammy right there. Check them out. I picked them up on HMV's website, they were still in stock. I'm not sure about Arrow Video's website, like I said, and I know that Versus on its own is sold out on Amazon, so go and look for these on hmv.com and maybe pick them up for yourself. They're definitely worth it. As always, if you like what you see here, hit that like button. It's the best way to support the channel. It's the best way. I'm on the verge. I'm on the quest of 100 subscribers before we end 2020. It is the 21st of December now, so we ain't got long left. I'm at 76 subscribers right now, so do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Let's get to 100 subscribers. Let's do it. It'll make my end of year even better. It's been a shit year for everyone, more or less, but 100 subscribers before we go into 2021, that's kicking off 2021 in a really good spot for the channel. Anyway, as always, I am Jason, and I am out. Blue and red, blue and red, blue and red.